2, 1.
Yeah, baby, it's 107.5 WGCI, the Shine's #1 for hip-hop and R&B.
Yeah.
It's the morning show with the Destin legend Leon Rogers,
Yes,
the
sir.
beautiful Kendra G, myself, the shortest damn man in Chicago, Kyle. And we have guests in the studio right now that are dealing with a serious situation. We're talking about racism, we're talking about discrimination, and unfortunately, they've been through an incident. We're going to get to that. But let me first introduce who's in the building. Right now, Justin Vahl's in the building. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks
How you
for
doing,
having
brother?
us. Good.
I got Marcus Riley in the building with a Marcus.
Good morning. Thanks for having
And we
us.
have Miss Ashley Smith. What's going on?
Hey, Ashley.
So for the people that have been paying attention to the news, you guys are the ones that were discriminated against. You're saying that you were discriminated against at Buffalo Wild Wings, correct?
Yes.
All right, so let's talk about it. First and foremost, how do we even get there?
Go ahead, you
Let's
was telling me a
break that
little
story.
bit.
Well, you
Give
gotta
us-
take 88 West.
No, I mean, why were you guys in Buffalo Wild Wings that day? Who was all there?
So my whole team was there.
How many people is that?
We had a party at 18, so we were pretty deep. We had games early. We had 2 games earlier, followed by one of the teammates' birthday party. That particular teammate happened to be my son's best friend. So after we wrapped up the party, the games and the party, we decided on Buffalo Wild Wings. So that's how we ended there.
So what happened when you got to Buffalo Wild Wings? You're a party 18, so they probably put a lot of tables together. How did the incident occur?
So Justin walked through the door. He had the first encounter. He might want to give you a little bit of insight.
Yeah,
on that.
so we walked in. I was the first one through the door, and so the host, greeted us, like normal, and asked us how many we had with our party, and I told him we had 15. Now I realized we had a few more. We got a lot of kids. So there's 12 kids with us, 6 adults, 12 kids, and so the host went to go set up the table, and I realized that we had a few more. So I went to go let him know we had more than expected, so he could get set up for us. And I walked back to the front. And then he comes to get us after a couple minutes and comes to get us. And he comes up to me and he asked me straight face, what race are you guys?
He
Wow,
asked
he
you
said
that?
that out loud?
Yeah, what race are you guys?
Wow.
So what did you reply? Did you reply to that?
So I asked him, I looked at him, I was like, why does that matter? So, his response was, we have a regular racist customer that doesn't want to sit around black people.
Wow.
So that was his comment. So I
This
think
is not even undercover. He's straight.
Yo,
says-
45
got these cats
Yeah.
tweaking, bro.
So he asked that, but the thing is, the gentleman that was the host, he was a young black man.
I was gonna
So-
say, was he black or?
Yeah, he was a young black man. So we feel like he was just trying to tip us, like this guy he said he was a regular, so everybody knows him there. So he was trying to tip us off and let us know, this is what we got going on.
Yeah, he was definitely giving a heads up though,
Yeah.
just looking out, before y'all sit down, these people over here.
Wow. Yeah.
Now, were they already seated or they were coming?
They was already seated.
They were
Okay.
already, they were already seated there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So his intention wasn't, I think he was more so just realizing the situation and just trying to seeing who he was and just trying to throw a bone out there hey, this is what y'all
Just be
seeing.
careful.
So,
This is
yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah, so it wasn't any malice. It doesn't make it right, but it was more of a heads up then versus criticizing or trying to be critical of who we are as people. So we appreciate him for that. We want to say that for sure.
So after you tell him yo, why does that matter? Then where does the conversation go?
Then I tell him, I'm like, we're gonna go sit down because we got kids. We've been out all day running around. They have an 8 cents lunch, so I'm like, we're gonna sit down because all we're thinking about at this point is, we got 12 kids. They need to eat, so we can get them home and get to bed. So we sit down and get the whole party in there and sit down. And
That's when
we
John
get ready to
walks
try to
over.
order, and then that's when the manager comes over and stands by me and Marcus and here's the next
That's
part.
that's the meat and potatoes of the whole thing. He comes over out the back. We just was seated. He comes over out the back, kneels next to me, and says, "Unfortunately, these tables are reserved. Your party has to move." All the time, we know, we had the conversation with the staff already, so we know,
What it is.
what's going on. So I just look him dead in the face, John, I know what's going on, man. We've been informed already of these people's beliefs, and I refuse to move because of the color of my skin. Is that what we talking about? He looked me dead in my face I apologize.
Oh, so you apologize?
But I mean,
It's our
too
damage.
late.
The
Damage
Right.
has been done.
damage has been done already. So then he said he understood, and then not only did he leave the table, he went and pulled a chair with those people, sat there.
And he had to explain to them why y'all wasn't moving.
Exactly.
Wow.
Then he was joined by his superior, Hannah, that sat down with him too, which is a white female. And they were both sitting at the table conversing with this couple. Obviously talking about, I'm assuming that they were talking about, us not wanting to move. And once they came back to our table trying to explain, he told Ashley, John come back to the table and tell Ashley a completely different story. Like, oh, I thought the tables were reserved.
Get to the mic, Ashley. What did he tell you? What? Now, this is John, the manager, right?
This is John, the manager.
So what did he say to you, Ashley?
He says, I thought these tables were reserved, and I wasn't saying that you had to move.
Right, trying to clean up the mess now.
Exactly. So at that point, I jumped right back in like, whoa, John, man, you just had this conversation verbatim right here. So like, let's be honest about what's going on. I said, well, I see what's going on. Hannah's your superior. We know you messed up. Now you want to clean it up. So Hannah's there, and then now she's not honest because these are regular customers, right? Y'all know regulars. If you work at a restaurant, you know regulars. You know their beliefs. Hannah like, oh, they are regulars, but we don't know much about them. You know, employees gossip. I'm like, employees don't gossip about racism and you know, they gossip about other stuff, but not something to this magnitude. So at that point, you know, the conversation just really went downhill. Hannah and John they went on the same page as far as policy-wise, and it was a lot of back and forth, you know, with them. It was embarrassing, and I told them, like, man, y'all are drowning right now. Y'all are drowning. So at this point, she kneels down and she says, like, you know, I'm going to do my best to keep you here.
Do my best to keep you here.
We'll offer you 25% off and comp your apps. And I was like, we sent all that stuff back. I was like, that doesn't even put a
So you guys didn't eat there?
Yeah, we didn't
No,
eat.
we didn't eat.
Yeah, and that was a big part of it too, because we had kids there. We were there to eat, so they're sitting there the entire time, wondering what's going on. They're, you know, we got kids from age 5 to age 12. And they don't know what's going on, and so they're sitting there, and we still didn't eat. We were there for about 45 minutes and didn't.
They wonder why they ain't got no food.
And was everybody African American?
What was that?
Was all the kids African American too?
No. So
there was only four that was. There was only four that was. After 18, it was Justin's family.
Okay.
So, but everybody there was they were minorities. So you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's not about just, you know, one skin. It's just about the racism as a whole. You know, white, black, brown, whatever it may be. So this is about racism as a whole.
So let's move forward a little bit, because we know that you guys have been making light of what took place, and you guys have Attorney Cannon Lambert in the building. Let me get you to the microphone, sir. Where are we going from here? Like, what is the goal at this point?
Well, so first and foremost, what I'll tell you is that if you look at what these folks are doing, you have to compliment them, you have to support them, you have to applaud them, because what they're doing is they're putting community first. And from my perspective, I mean, I've not seen this. These are young kids. I mean, they're 32 years old, 27 years old. They care about the community. Right. We know that they are entitled to be compensated too. But at the end of the day, what they're looking to try and do is make sure that we change some things. And we want to talk about changing things as it relates to how Buffalo Wild Wings is hiring folks. Their hiring practices need to be thrown out the door. And so we're looking to sit down at the table with them. We've made overtures, and now I've gotten a response as of yesterday from their lawyer saying that they're open to sitting down. They told me they're going to sit down with us, with the COO and 2 other individuals. And when that happens, then we're going to have comprehensive conversations. And I'm not talking about trying to make some small changes. Right. I want ironclad changes that we can hold them accountable to. And they need to be held accountable to the community at large. So it's not something internally that they're going to be able to say, hey, we did this. We want to be able to see it.
Right. Understood. Well, I appreciate you guys just standing up for what y'all believe in.
Man, and the way y'all did it, because, I mean,
Leon and a couple of our guys, I'm telling the kids, go in there and boo-boo and all they guys pull all the toilet paper off. We're going to have some fun, Buffalo Wild Wings. Naperville police would have been involved. I'm glad y'all handled yourself like true, you know, civil heroes, man. They did the right thing.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I agree with that too. Do you know if the hostess still works there? Did he get in trouble for tipping y'all off?
You know what? They wrote him up that night and
They wrote him up
and sent them home. That's as far as we know about
That's
that.
crazy.
But I know John and Hannah have been termed. So.
But why the hostess get written up for?
You know, because obviously that same conversation that we had with John and Hannah, he was dealing with those same people once we left. So
Got you.
They
I'll
lack
tell you,
integrity.
we want to talk to that host.
Okay.
Hostess. We want. I mean, we feel like that he's somebody that helped this
Scapegoat,
process
and
along,
trying to
and
make
now
him
he's been scapegoated. And at the end of the day, we want to talk to him.
Okay.
Because he shouldn't be out there on an island. by
Yeah,
himself.
without that host, it's none of this right now. We don't
Did
know.
anybody give a dirty look to the people that didn't want to sit next to the black people? I'd have made sure to draw some type of eye contact with them and do the 3 o'clock thing.
Hey, listen to me. I just walked on out.
All right, well, thank y'all for what you did. Marcus, Riley, Justin Vahl, Ashley Smith. We appreciate y'all. Attorney Cannon Lambert still out here doing good things for the community. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
and
man.
we hope we get a positive outcome.
Hey, we appreciate it, man.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it.